Exploring the fundamental laws that govern our universe can unveil the amazing potential of focused intent, intentional creation, and compassionate free will. These principles, when put into practice, can lead to positive changes in our lives. Understanding these cosmic principles can bring more freedom, joy, and spiritual strength. In the exploration of life's mysteries and the quest for deeper understanding, humans have long sought to uncover the fundamental principles that govern existence itself. These principles, often referred to as universal laws, are timeless and apply to all aspects of the universe, from the vast galaxies in the cosmos to the smallest particles within us. They serve as the invisible threads weaving through the fabric of reality, guiding the flow of energy and consciousness. At the heart of many ancient wisdom traditions and modern spiritual philosophies are the 12 universal laws, a set of guiding principles that elucidate the dynamics of the universe and our place within it. These laws are not arbitrary rules imposed from without, but rather inherent patterns that emerge from the very nature of existence. They offer profound insights into how the universe operates and how we can align ourselves with its harmonious rhythms. The journey through these 12 universal laws is a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment, inviting us to delve into the depths of our consciousness and expand our understanding of reality. Each law encapsulates profound truths that can transform our lives and lead us to greater levels of fulfillment, purpose, and connection. As we embark on this exploration, it's essential to approach these laws with an open mind and a willingness to explore beyond the limitations of conventional thinking. While they may at first seem abstract or esoteric, their relevance becomes increasingly apparent as we delve deeper into their implications and applications. In this audiobook, we will dive into each of the 12 universal laws, exploring their meanings, significance, and practical implications. We will uncover how these laws resonate with ancient teachings, modern scientific discoveries, and personal experiences, offering a holistic perspective on the nature of reality and our role within it. First, the law of attraction. The law of attraction teaches us that what we focus on, whether good or bad, is what we bring into our lives. It's like a rule that says our thoughts and feelings directly shape the world around us, similar to what quantum physics explains. Our mind, with its thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and values, has a big impact on how things turn out for us. This shows us a fascinating aspect of our world. It's as if reality listens to us and responds based on what we think and feel. Think of the law of attraction as a big catalogue of possibilities. If we constantly believe we're struggling financially, then that's what we end up experiencing in real life. Our experiences match what we think about. So being careful with our thoughts and feelings is really important, because they directly influence what happens to us. Even though this law is often talked about in terms of getting things we want, its deeper meaning lies in how it affects us spiritually. To become the best version of ourselves, we need to focus on growing personally rather than just chasing after stuff or looking for approval from others. This law teaches us that reality reflects back what we think and believe. We're like directors creating scenes for our own movie. We can tap into this power by making conscious choices instead of just reacting to things around us. Every single moment is shaped by what we believe inside, which affects how good or bad our experiences are. Notice negative thoughts like, "I never have enough money," and replace them with positive ones. Take a moment to vividly imagine and feel what life will be like once you achieve your goal. Imagine all the details to communicate clearly with reality. Also, appreciate and value what you already have, showing gratitude instead of always thinking about what's missing. Showing gratitude can attract more good experiences into our lives. Don't worry too much about how things will happen. Trust in the laws of the universe. Let go of needing to control every detail, and avoid sending mixed signals with your energy. Pay attention to media that supports the reality you want to create. The law of attraction is always working, whether we realize it or not. Create a fulfilling life by regularly checking in with your thoughts and feelings, cultivating positive emotions, and being grateful for both past and future blessings. Every moment presents an opportunity to align our energy with our goals and aspirations. By replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations, vividly imagining our desired outcomes, and expressing gratitude for what we already have, we invite more abundance, joy, and fulfillment into our lives. Trusting in the natural flow of life and avoiding the need to control every detail allows us to embrace the journey with openness and gratitude. Ultimately, the law of attraction empowers us to create a life filled with purpose, positivity, and endless possibilities. It's a timeless principle that reminds us of our innate ability to shape our reality and manifest our dreams. By staying mindful, cultivating positive emotions, and appreciating the blessings in both our past and future, we unlock the true potential of this transformative law in our lives. Next, the law of vibration. This law, known as the eternal dance of creation, tells us that everything in the world vibrates and moves in rhythmic patterns. This idea is supported by modern science, which shows that all matter and energy vibrate. This includes tiny things like atoms and molecules, bigger things like cells and organs, and even huge things like planets. They all have different kinds of vibrations. The whole universe is full of vibrations, with tiny particles coming together to form huge galaxy clusters. This law also suggests that our thoughts and consciousness affect different levels of reality. People who study mystical ideas talk about things like meditation, chanting, and visualization. They say these activities can raise our energy vibrations. This means focusing our minds and emotions in certain ways. In our everyday lives, we can see this law in action. It shows that similar thoughts, energies, and feelings tend to attract each other. Our personal energy can influence what happens around us. This effect can spread through a room or even a whole environment. To use this law, we just need to pay attention to our usual thoughts, words, and feelings, whether they're positive or negative. It's like how sound waves attract similar sound waves. Our personal vibrations also attract similar outside realities. By consciously focusing on our inner world, we can change ourselves and what happens in our lives. Understanding this law means knowing that we're like waves of energy moving through life. By understanding how our inner and outer selves interact, we can create positive and harmonious vibrations. Here's a more detailed exploration of practical tips to apply the law of vibration in daily life. 1. Mind your self-talk. Take notice of any negative self-talk or limiting beliefs you may have. These thoughts create vibrations that can affect your experiences and outcomes. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am capable and resilient." 2. Be mindful of consumables. Pay attention to the media you consume, such as news, music, movies, and books. Different types of media can have varying effects on your mood and energy levels. Choose content that uplifts and inspires you. Surround yourself with positivity in your media consumption. 3. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a daily gratitude practice. Take time to reflect on and appreciate the things you have in your life, no matter how small. Shift your perspective on challenges. See them as opportunities for learning, growth, and resilience rather than obstacles. 4. Evaluate your environment. Pay attention to how certain people, places, or situations make you feel. If something consistently drains your energy or brings negativity into your life, consider making changes. Surround yourself with positive energy sources. Create a living and working environment that supports your well-being and positivity. 5. Surround yourself with support. Seek out relationships with supportive and uplifting individuals. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire you and believe in your potential can boost your own positivity and motivation. 6. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. This could include meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking moments to be fully present. Meditation helps calm the mind, reduce stress, and align your thoughts and emotions with positive energy. Notice how your external circumstances start to shift as you focus more on positivity and mindfulness. These practical tips emphasize the importance of being mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and environment in shaping your reality through the law of vibration. By consciously choosing positivity, gratitude, and supportive influences, you can enhance your overall well-being and attract more positive experiences into your life. Next, the law of cause and effect. The universal law of cause and effect tells us that everything we do creates a ripple effect, leading to consequences that can stretch far into the future. It's like a web connecting our past decisions to what's happening now. In science, we see this as cause and effect relationships, like why a ball falls when we drop it or how paddling makes a boat move. We usually think about cause and effect when designing things like technology, but it's more complex than that. Our actions today can shape what happens in our lives later on, whether it's voting in an election, our habits from childhood, or even just a conversation over breakfast. Everything we do sets off a chain of events. Not thinking about how our actions affect others can lead to regret when we see the results. However, this law isn't just about consequences. It also gives us a chance to make things right. By making thoughtful choices, we can create a better future by being kind and avoiding causing harm. This law reminds us to take responsibility for our actions in relationships and spiritual growth, encouraging us to be kind to ourselves and others instead of being too critical. Understanding the link between what we do and what happens next helps us grow. It's about focusing on what's possible now and setting goals for the future, rather than dwelling on past mistakes. Before making big decisions, think about how they might affect you and others down the line. Learn from past mistakes without being too hard on yourself, using those lessons to change course if needed. When interacting with others, use positive words, show kindness, and try to make a positive impact, even in small ways. These actions add up to create positive outcomes. Give yourself and others a chance to succeed, even if it takes time to see the effects of your efforts. Avoid thinking of yourself as a victim or blaming others for where you are now. Take ownership of your choices and their impact on your life. Every moment gives us a chance to make choices that lead to a better life. While we can't change the past, being compassionate, wise, and patient can create conditions for achieving our dreams and avoiding unnecessary suffering. The power to make positive changes is always available to us in the present. While cause and effect are often associated with accountability for our mistakes or regrets, they also offer an opportunity for growth and positive change. By taking responsibility for our actions, fostering kindness, and striving to make thoughtful choices, we not only create a better future for ourselves, but also contribute to a more harmonious world. Embracing the law of cause and effect means understanding that every decision, no matter how small, has the potential to influence our lives and the lives of those around us. It encourages us to approach life with intentionality, compassion, and a willingness to learn from our experiences. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes or blaming external factors, we can focus on the present moment and make choices that align with our values and aspirations. As we navigate our journey, let's remember that every moment is an opportunity to create positive change. By being mindful of our actions, treating others with kindness, and embracing personal responsibility, we empower ourselves to shape a brighter and more fulfilling future. The power to make a difference lies within each of us, ready to be harnessed for the greater good. Next, the law of correspondence. The law of correspondence reveals how everything in our world is connected through similar patterns, creating a close bond between different parts of life. It shows that what happens in one place is reflected in another, and what's inside us is also seen outside. We can see these patterns in things like the shapes of galaxies and the designs of flowers, which repeat in different sizes and dimensions. These patterns help us understand reality better. For example, the law of correspondence tells us that our inner feelings and thoughts affect what happens to us externally. If we manage our anger well, we avoid causing problems for others. This shows how positive qualities like love and peace can bring harmony and abundance into our lives. Knowing the link between our inner world and what happens around us gives us power to change. Practices like being mindful, writing down our dreams, and talking with a therapist help us see our subconscious thoughts and change negative beliefs that affect our lives. Healing our inner wounds can make a big difference in how our outer world looks. The idea of as within, so without means that what we create outside is a reflection of what's going on inside us. To make a positive impact on the world, we need to look at our own thoughts and feelings honestly and make changes where needed. The law of correspondence reminds us that when individuals change for the better, it can lead to positive changes for everyone. When we face challenges, it's important not to blame others but to see them as chances to learn more about ourselves. Examining moments when our actions don't match our beliefs helps us stay true to ourselves. By living according to our values, we create a harmonious environment around us. Paying attention to our thoughts without judging them helps us understand ourselves better. True healing happens when we're honest with ourselves and look within to find the root causes of problems. Inner work can make our external world a better place. Understanding the law of correspondence helps us see the hints and messages reality gives us, guiding us to positive changes when we pay attention. By embracing this law, we gain insight into the power we hold to shape our experiences. When we nurture positive qualities like love, peace, and mindfulness within, we create a ripple effect that radiates outward, bringing harmony and abundance into our lives and the lives of those around us. Engaging in practices that foster self-awareness, such as mindfulness, dream exploration, and therapeutic conversations, allows us to delve into our subconscious thoughts and beliefs. This introspective journey empowers us to heal inner wounds, transform negative patterns, and align our actions with our deepest values and aspirations. As within, so without serves as a guiding principle, reminding us that the changes we seek in the world often begin within ourselves. When we take responsibility for our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate collective reality. Every challenge we face becomes an opportunity for growth and self-discovery, encouraging us to approach life with honesty, resilience, and a willingness to learn. By authentically embracing our inner journey and aligning with positive intentions, we become agents of positive change, paving the way for a brighter and more fulfilling existence for ourselves and others. Next, the law of divine oneness. The concept of oneness is all about how everything in our universe is connected, like pieces of a puzzle fitting together perfectly. It tells us that everything we see around us, from the smallest atoms to the vastness of space, came from one single divine source. People might call this source God, Allah, Brahman, or something else, but the idea is the same. There's a deep connection between everything in existence. In our daily lives, we often forget about this connection because we're focused on what makes us different. We notice the things that separate us, like our appearances or beliefs, instead of seeing how we're all linked together at a deeper level. Even at the tiniest level, things like subatomic particles interact in unique ways, showing how everything relies on each other. On a bigger scale, everything follows the same rules of physics. This law of divine oneness is more than just a scientific idea, it's also a spiritual one. It tells us that we all have a piece of that divine source within us which connects us to everything else. This understanding encourages us to see the unity in our diversity, to feel empathy for others, and to value every living thing. To live by this law, we need to look beyond the surface and see the common threads that bind us together. It inspires us to help others and make a positive impact on the world. Communities that embrace this idea often focus on love, selflessness, and working together, regardless of differences. Understanding this principle helps us realize that promoting unity, harmony, and understanding among all living things brings us closer to that divine essence we all share. It gives us a sense of spiritual strength and allows us to tap into our creativity. While it might sound abstract, there are practical ways to bring this law into our lives, leading to meaningful changes. This law reminds us that there aren't any real divisions. It's all just different expressions of the same ultimate reality. By learning to see beyond our differences, we can find common ground with others. When we meet someone who seems very different, taking the time to understand their hopes, struggles, and beliefs can reveal that deep spiritual connection we all share. This idea of interconnectedness also extends to helping others and taking care of our planet. Being kind, generous, and mindful of our impact on the environment shows our respect for the interconnected web of life that stems from that shared divine source. Through practices like meditation and contemplation, we can break down the illusion of separateness and see the truth of our interconnectedness. Regular meditation can help us gain profound insights into how everything in the universe is connected. Even though our daily lives often focus on what sets us apart, we can cultivate a sense of connection to our shared divine essence through acts of compassion, mindfulness, and reflection, revealing deep spiritual truths along the way. Embracing this principle enriches our lives with a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. It encourages us to cultivate empathy, compassion, and understanding towards all living beings, acknowledging their inherent worth and interconnectedness with us. By embodying the spirit of oneness, we contribute to the creation of a more harmonious and loving world, where cooperation, respect, and unity flourish. Practical applications of this law include practicing acts of kindness, fostering meaningful connections with others, and nurturing a sense of environmental stewardship. Through meditation, introspection, and mindful living, we can unravel the illusion of separateness and align ourselves with the truth of our interconnected existence. As we integrate the concept of oneness into our daily lives, we unlock the potential for profound spiritual growth, inner peace, and collective harmony. Each moment becomes an opportunity to celebrate the sacred unity that underlies all of creation, guiding us towards a brighter and more compassionate future for ourselves and generations to come. Next, the law of energy. The law of energy tells us that energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only change from one form to another. This law brings order to our world, showing that even though things seem to change, energy always transforms into different forms through balanced exchanges. This idea is seen in physics when chemical bonds break and release energy, as famously shown in Einstein's equation where mass turns into energy. Our whole world operates on energy, from the sun nourishing plants to electricity running our cities. This rule doesn't just apply in physics. It also affects how we interact with each other, how ideas spread, power shifts, and even big events globally. The law of energy plays a part in both positive things like acts of kindness and negative things like conflicts over different beliefs. In our daily lives, we can see how past experiences can lead to emotional conflicts. We can also notice how carefully planned exchanges of value can increase wealth, and how our interactions with others can leave us feeling either drained or energized. Understanding these energetic balances can help us accept changes in relationships, jobs, and other areas of life. Managing energy well means being mindful of how we use it. We can guide energy toward moral goals by being aware of the exchanges happening around us. This includes being careful about what activities, people, and responsibilities we take on, and making sure we do things that recharge our energy, like spending time in nature, being active, eating well, and getting enough sleep. Keeping emotional balance and personal strength in relationships and negotiations involves communicating boundaries clearly and respecting others' boundaries too. Taking time for quiet and solitude can also help replenish our energy and counteract the effects of constant stimulation. Reflecting on how our actions might affect others and making sure we're not draining them unnecessarily contributes to a fair and balanced approach to energy. The law of energy reminds us that what we put out into the world comes back to us, often multiplied over time. By managing our energy mindfully, being generous and considerate to others, and making ethical choices in our energy exchanges, we can create positive changes in our lives, relationships, and environments. It's all about being aware of the energy we're putting out and making sure it's positive and uplifting. Understanding and applying the law of energy offers us a profound insight into the dynamics of our world, both on a physical and interpersonal level. This law emphasizes the transformative nature of energy, highlighting its constant flow and the impact it has on every aspect of our lives. In our interconnected reality, the exchanges of energy shape our experiences, relationships, and environment. By recognizing this fundamental principle, we gain the wisdom to navigate life's challenges and opportunities with greater awareness and intentionality. Practically managing our energy involves a mindful approach to how we interact with ourselves and others. It requires us to set clear boundaries, communicate effectively, and prioritize activities that replenish and nourish our energy reserves. Cultivating habits that promote emotional balance, physical well-being, and ethical conduct ensures that our energetic contributions to the world are positive and uplifting. Ultimately, the law of energy teaches us that our actions and intentions reverberate through the universe, influencing the quality of our experiences and the kind of energy we attract. By embracing this law, we empower ourselves to create a life filled with vitality, harmony, and meaningful connections, contributing to a more balanced and fulfilling existence for all. Next, the law of inspired action. This law teaches us that to achieve positive outcomes, we must have the right mindset and take inspired action. It's not just about thinking positively, it's about following a clear process that starts in our imaginative inner world. Some people believe that just thinking positive thoughts will make their wishes come true, but they overlook the crucial step of taking action to turn their goals into reality. Taking inspired action means listening to your instincts that align with your goals and acting when you feel motivated, rather than trying to control everything. We can trust that the universe will bring together what we need for our goals, and we should be prepared to act when the right opportunities arise. Follow these 3 steps. Set a clear goal, believe in it emotionally, and then take action when you feel motivated. It's as simple as that. This law emphasizes trusting signs, seizing opportunities, and aligning with your goals. Taking inspired action might involve working on projects you've been thinking about, asking important questions, or exploring potential leads. Even small actions can be crucial in achieving your goals when they're in line with your intentions. Understanding miracles means embracing uncertainty, seizing opportunities, and witnessing reality change before your eyes. Genuine and inspired action comes naturally when you have a mindset of ease, trust, and letting go. Respond with joy and curiosity to your intuition that matches your ideals and intended outcomes. Applying this law involves embracing the unknown and co-creating reality by fearlessly following inspiration. Take a few quiet moments every morning to calm yourself and tune into your inner guidance. Intuition often speaks softly, so take the time to listen. When you're tempted to talk yourself out of positive action, acknowledge those thoughts, express gratitude, and then take action. The path forward may not always be clear, but take the next step suggested by your intuition, no matter how small. If you keep taking small steps, the results will eventually manifest. Don't force your goals. Let them unfold naturally. Welcome surprises as breadcrumbs leading you forward. Follow them. Release attachments and reduce the energy of desperation by detaching yourself from specific outcomes. Maintain self-awareness, inner confidence, and co-create reality by taking the next step, no matter how small, showing your trust in the support around you. Trusting in the law of inspired action opens doors to a world of endless possibilities. It's a reminder that positive outcomes stem not just from wishful thinking, but from a harmonious blend of vision, belief, and proactive steps. By following the simple yet profound process of setting clear goals, infusing them with emotional belief, and taking inspired action when motivated, we unlock the transformative power of this law. Inspired action isn't about forcing outcomes or rigidly controlling every detail. It's about cultivating trust in the universe's orchestration of events. By staying attuned to signs, opportunities, and inner guidance, we navigate the path toward our dreams with grace and confidence. Small actions aligned with our intentions can yield significant results, propelling us closer to our desired outcomes. Embracing the miraculous entails letting go of fear and embracing the unknown with a sense of curiosity and excitement. Each day presents new possibilities, and by tuning into our intuition, expressing gratitude, and taking consistent steps forward, we co-create a reality aligned with our deepest desires. Morning reflections and moments of quietude become portals to our inner wisdom, guiding us toward inspired choices. Resisting the urge to overanalyze or doubt ourselves, we respond with joy to intuitive nudges, trusting in the unfolding journey. While the path may not always be clear, every small step taken in alignment with our vision contributes to the manifestation of our goals. Instead of forcing outcomes, we flow with the natural rhythm of life, embracing surprises as guiding lights toward our aspirations. By releasing attachment to specific results and maintaining a sense of self-awareness and inner confidence, we collaborate with the universe in shaping our reality. Every small action taken in trust and gratitude becomes a testament to our belief in the supportive forces at play, leading us toward fulfillment and abundance. Next, the law of relativity. The universal law of relativity tells us that everything in the world exists on a spectrum and can only be understood in comparison to other things. This means that qualities and meanings aren't fixed or absolute by themselves. They gain significance through their relationship with opposites. For instance, we understand cold because we know what hot feels like. When we measure things like temperature, we do it within a specific scale like Celsius or Fahrenheit. Concepts rely on opposites, like light and dark or empty and full, to make sense. Recognizing this perspective helps us grasp the idea of relativity. In this view, the world isn't just about good versus bad. We see complex connections between opposites. Left goes with right, up goes with down, and even infamy helps define admiration. This law of relativity shows up in social aspects too. We judge wealth or poverty based on what's normal in the economy, and popular trends change depending on subjective preferences that differ across cultures and times, shaping what's considered beautiful or desirable. This principle lets us hold contradictory truths at the same time. For example, we might see a thief as morally wrong because of their actions, but we can also understand their actions in light of difficult circumstances. Relativity makes what's right more flexible. It helps us move beyond strict right/wrong thinking by showing how opposites depend on each other, and it encourages empathy for those unfairly judged based on appearances. To understand truth, we have to embrace the spectrum between different viewpoints instead of sticking to absolutes. Take a moment to think about whether you tend to see things in black and white terms of totally good or bad. Does that still make sense when you consider different perspectives? Think about the context before making quick negative judgments, and consider what factors might be influencing the situation. Instead of thinking in terms of either or, try accepting contradictory truths. Can you see things from multiple angles, even if they seem opposed? Engage with diverse experiences to broaden your perspective and develop empathy. How might this situation look from someone else's point of view? We often judge success based on limited ideas of what it means, like wealth or fame. Think about what standards you measure yourself against. The law of relativity reminds us that truth can vary depending on how we look at it, and understanding requires recognizing our own perspectives before claiming objectivity. Seek truth by considering different viewpoints and avoiding absolutes. The universal law of relativity unveils the intricate dance of opposites that shape our understanding of the world. It reveals that qualities and meanings are not isolated absolutes, but gain significance through their relationship with contrasting elements. This concept echoes throughout nature and our social interactions, highlighting the interplay of light and dark, fullness and emptiness, success and failure. Understanding relativity allows us to navigate the complexities of life with a more nuanced perspective. Instead of rigidly categorizing situations as solely good or bad, we recognize the spectrum between extremes. This flexibility helps us appreciate the interconnectedness of opposites and fosters empathy for those caught in challenging circumstances. To apply the law of relativity in our lives, we must embrace the multiplicity of truths and viewpoints. Rather than rushing to judgment based on narrow perspectives, we pause to consider the broader context and factors influencing a situation. By accepting contradictory truths and engaging with diverse experiences, we expand our understanding and cultivate empathy. Reevaluating our standards of success and truth becomes essential. We question the absolutes we've internalized and explore alternative viewpoints to gain a more comprehensive understanding of reality. By acknowledging our subjective perspectives and striving for a balanced view that incorporates various angles, we move closer to uncovering deeper truths and fostering harmonious relationships within ourselves and with others. Next, the law of compensation. The law of compensation teaches us that every action we take has a reaction that gives back the energy we put in. It means that whatever we do, whether it's good or not so good, will come back to us eventually. This idea is similar to how Newton's third law of motion works in physics, where reality adjusts itself to balance out every force. We can see this idea of compensation not just in physics, but also in our everyday lives. Political situations change back and forth, empires rise and fall, and stock markets go through periods of growth and decline. In our personal lives, we can see this too. Investments can either grow or vanish, and respect can lead to support while criticism can cause pushback. The law of compensation works quietly, even during tough times or tragedies. It's like a hidden power that leads to positive changes in the future. Acts of kindness in the past build strong bonds that become sources of love and help during hard times. According to this law, everything in the grand scheme of things finds a balance eventually. The interaction between people and nature shows a constant exchange of positive and negative forces. Dark times give way to brighter ones through this balancing act. It's important to be patient when things seem unfair or take a while to work out. By looking beyond our own viewpoints, we can see the complex paths everyone follows as generations evolve. Doing good deeds without expecting immediate rewards is important. Compensation often comes in the form of a sense of fulfillment that may not be obvious right away. Helping others shouldn't be about expecting something back right away. Compensation naturally develops over time. Being open to life's surprises instead of trying to control everything is crucial. What you think you want may not always match what you get as compensation. When striving for big goals, patience is key, as rewards for hard work can come from unexpected places. During tough times or losses, taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture spanning years and generations can be helpful. The law of compensation ensures that everything balances out over time, even if things seem unbalanced from our limited perspectives. Trusting in the natural flow of life and letting go of keeping score or expecting immediate payback for good deeds allows compensation to unfold naturally. The law of compensation illuminates the intricate balance of energy exchange in our universe, reminding us that every action has a reaction that circles back to us. This principle mirrors the fundamental law of physics, where every force prompts an equal and opposite reaction, guiding the natural order of things toward equilibrium. In our daily lives, we witness the law of compensation in action through the ebb and flow of circumstances. Political landscapes sway, economies fluctuate, and personal investments yield returns or losses. This law operates continuously, shaping the outcomes of our choices and interactions. Even amid challenges and setbacks, the law of compensation works silently, weaving positive outcomes from past kindness and resilience. It teaches us patience and resilience, nudging us to focus on the broader picture rather than immediate gains or losses. Acts of kindness and perseverance, even when unseen, contribute to a harmonious and balanced existence over time. The interplay between individuals and their environments showcases a perpetual exchange of energies, driving the cycle of growth and renewal. Embracing life's uncertainties and surprises becomes crucial, as rewards and compensations often unfold in unexpected ways. Trusting in the inherent balance of the universe allows us to relinquish control and embrace the natural flow of life's compensations. Ultimately, the law of compensation invites us to engage in selfless actions, grounded in the understanding that rewards may not always manifest immediately or in predictable forms. By cultivating patience, resilience, and a broader perspective, we align ourselves with the universal rhythm of give and take, ushering in a sense of fulfillment and balance that transcends fleeting gains or losses. Next, the law of rhythm. Reality moves in cycles with times of growth and times of decline. Just like how we have day and night, changing seasons, and even steady rhythms in our breathing, everything in life follows patterns of rising and falling. This includes things like how animal populations change in response to their environment, and how economic trends can go up and down. These cycles also affect our thoughts and beliefs. Ideas become popular, reach their peak, and then fade away to make space for new ways of thinking. In our daily lives, we go through ups and downs in our emotions, moving from moments of feeling great to times of sadness or confusion, and then finding balance again. Even our creativity seems to follow a rhythm, with bursts of energy followed by periods of rest before reaching its full potential again. Understanding that everything goes through phases helps us navigate life's constant changes gracefully. Knowing how rhythms work can show us that chasing eternal happiness isn't the goal. Instead, recognizing that life has natural cycles allows us to accept each experience as it comes and let go when it's time, without holding on to it too tightly. With this knowledge, we can handle life's ups and downs with skill. The dance of time keeps reality flowing with rhythm. These endless cycles move between extremes, always seeking balance. This means there are times of growth and times of rest for everything in life, happening within overlapping cycles. It's important to align your plans with these natural rhythms. When you're feeling focused and energetic, tackle big tasks. Save fun activities for times when your energy is lower. Going with the rhythm can help reduce frustration. Keep track of your moods to see patterns over time. This can help you anticipate and balance out your emotions. When you're feeling stuck in strong emotions, have backup plans ready for changes in your routine, like having easy meals or alternative ways to get around. Remember, everything changes. When you're going through highs or lows, remind yourself that it's temporary. This mindset brings calm and balance. Make changes gradually. Extreme diets or intense workouts often don't fit well with natural rhythms. Instead of fighting against low energy times, see them as opportunities to rest and recharge naturally. Success comes from embracing change and going along with how things naturally unfold. Understanding and respecting cycles leads to better balance and productivity in the long run. Embracing the rhythmic nature of reality invites us to dance with life cycles, acknowledging the inevitable ebbs and flows that shape our existence, from the steady cadence of day and night to the seasonal shifts and the pulsing rhythm of our breath. Everything in the cosmos moves in harmonious cycles of growth and decline. These cycles aren't just external phenomena, they permeate every aspect of our lives, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and creative energies. Recognizing this inherent rhythm allows us to navigate life's transitions with grace and wisdom. We learn that seeking perpetual happiness isn't the aim. Rather, it's about embracing each phase fully and letting go when it's time, trusting in the natural rhythm of life. By understanding the cyclical nature of reality, we gain insights into managing our energy and productivity. We can align our actions with the ebb and flow of our own internal rhythms, optimizing our efforts during periods of heightened focus and conserving energy during moments of rest and rejuvenation. This rhythmic dance of life underscores the importance of flexibility and adaptation. We can anticipate and prepare for changes by observing patterns in our moods and energy levels, fostering resilience and balance amidst life's fluctuations. Embracing change becomes a way of flowing effortlessly with the currents of existence, rather than resisting them. Ultimately, success and fulfillment arise from harmonizing with the natural cycles of life, honoring the inherent balance and interconnectedness of all things. As we embrace the rhythm of change and growth, we discover a profound sense of equilibrium and purpose that transcends fleeting highs and lows, leading to a life lived in harmony with the ever-evolving symphony of the universe. Next, the law of polarity. The law of polarity teaches us that everything needs opposites, like hot and cold, to be fully understood. Imagine trying to understand what heat is without knowing what cold feels like. It's this interplay between opposites that helps us see things clearly. In the universe's creative web, we see this dance of opposites in forces like yin and yang, always moving together and apart, creating a balance. Both sides, like hot and cold, rely on each other to make sense. This dance of opposites gives birth to new things, creating a rich and fertile ground. This law also affects our thoughts and feelings. When we have conflicting desires like wanting freedom but also craving security, or when we struggle between indulgence and discipline, we experience inner conflicts. As we pursue our ambitions, we also crave safety and comfort, and each pull of one side increases the other's strength. Knowing about this natural duality helps us handle conflicting desires better when we have to make big decisions. Instead of ignoring one side and facing its return later, we can understand the value of both perspectives and consider multiple dimensions. This leads to a more thoughtful approach rather than pushing one-sided ideas that might have negative effects. The idea here is that the universe works through a constant dance of opposites, creating a rhythmic balance. Our experience of life is shaped by these opposing energies, always seeking balance through attraction and repulsion. By understanding the importance of contrasts, we gain wisdom that goes beyond judgment and embraces the full human experience. It's important not to dwell on negative feelings and to let ourselves fully feel emotions like sadness or anger. Conflicts can intensify when we don't consider everyone's perspectives, so it's crucial to listen to all sides instead of making enemies out of those who disagree. Let's focus on finding common ground. Difficult situations help us grow, and progress often comes from facing challenges head-on. Moving between extremes like indulgence and restraint can lead to unnecessary stress. Finding balance in areas like diet, spending, and self-care is key. Instead of seeing choices as either-or, find ways to blend different aspects of your life creatively. The law of polarity reminds us that tension is a natural part of life, not something to avoid but to understand and navigate. Progress comes from embracing possibilities rather than taking a one-sided approach. Mastering balance means integrating opposites and holding multiple truths together. The law of polarity invites us to embrace the dance of opposites woven into the fabric of existence, recognizing that every aspect of life thrives on the interplay between contrasting forces. Just as light reveals the darkness and warmth defines cold, our understanding deepens through the harmonious coexistence of opposing elements. In the grand tapestry of the universe, this dance of polarity manifests as a continual cycle of creation and transformation, where yin and yang intertwine to bring forth new potentials. This profound law extends beyond the physical realm into the realm of our thoughts, emotions, and desires, shaping our inner landscape with its rich tapestry of contrast. Navigating the complexities of conflicting desires and ambitions becomes a nuanced art when we understand the inherent duality within us. Rather than suppressing or ignoring one aspect in favor of the other, we can embrace the complementary nature of opposing forces, fostering a holistic approach that honors multiple dimensions of our being. By acknowledging and integrating these polarities, we cultivate a deeper wisdom that transcends simplistic judgments and opens us to the full spectrum of human experience. This wisdom encourages us to listen attentively to diverse perspectives, seek common ground, and navigate challenges with grace and resilience. As we journey through life's twists and turns, let us remember that tension and contrast are not adversaries, but catalysts for growth and transformation. By finding harmony amidst the dance of opposites, we unlock the potential for greater balance, fulfillment, and understanding in our lives and in the world around us. Lastly, the law of gender. The law of gender explains how everything finds balance through the interaction of masculine and feminine qualities. It's like the dance of opposites that keeps the world in harmony. To understand this law better, think about symbols used in ancient teachings that show how the eternal yin and yang complement each other. Some traditions focus on the divine feminine, while others emphasize the masculine, but they all recognize a higher source that combines these aspects. In nature, we see this balance in action through the interplay of male and female energies that sustain life. Ancient practices like farming cycles illustrate this balance of giving and receiving. This law also applies to individuals, with intuition and nurturing qualities balancing logic and structure in our minds. When we embrace both sides within us, we find balance and tap into our full potential as humans. This means finding a middle ground between being assertive and being receptive, avoiding extremes. Healthy relationships thrive when partners develop both masculine and feminine qualities together. Progress in our world comes from combining technology with environmental care, showing how these energies work together. All living beings carry both masculine and feminine qualities within them. When we integrate these qualities within ourselves and in how we interact with others, we unlock creative potential and bring new possibilities into reality. Find a balance within yourself by valuing both your nurturing instincts and your assertiveness. Appreciate the diversity of human capabilities and respect different perspectives in relationships and teamwork. Combining viewpoints from both genders often leads to better solutions. Avoid stereotypes and the belief that one gender is better than the other. Everyone has a unique mix of these energies. Work towards inclusivity and equal opportunities for everyone. Creating a world where half of humanity is disadvantaged leads to imbalance and suffering. Conflicts often arise from rigid gender roles, so integrating the best of both masculine and feminine qualities can lead to mutually beneficial outcomes. The law of gender reminds us that balance comes from blending yin and yang energies, and to create a fair, sustainable, and peaceful world, we must support both feminine compassion and masculine balance. The law of gender is about how masculine and feminine energies work together to create balance. It's like a beautiful music piece made of opposites that brings harmony to our world. Ancient symbols like the yin and yang show how these energies complement each other. Different traditions may focus on either feminine or masculine qualities, but they all agree that there's a higher power that brings these energies together. In nature, we see this balance when male and female energies interact, keeping life alive. Farming practices also show how this balance works, with give-and-take rhythms. This idea extends to us as individuals, where our mix of intuition, nurturing, logic, and structure creates a balanced mind. When we accept and blend these opposites within us, we find personal balance and tap into our full potential. Being both assertive and receptive without going to extremes helps us grow. Healthy relationships happen when partners balance masculine and feminine traits. Moving forward together means combining technology with respect for nature, showing how powerful these energies are together. Each person has a unique mix of masculine and feminine qualities, and celebrating this diversity helps us evolve and create new things. Find your inner balance by appreciating both your caring and strong sides. Value human differences and work together in inclusive ways. Mixing masculine and feminine perspectives often leads to creative solutions and welcoming spaces. Letting go of strict gender roles and seeing everyone as equally valuable is key to harmony. Advocate for fairness and equal opportunities, knowing that imbalance causes unnecessary suffering. Challenge fixed ideas about gender and use the best of both energies to make the world better. The law of gender teaches us that balance comes from blending yin and yang energies. Creating a fair, sustainable, and peaceful world means valuing compassion and balance equally. We've uncovered 12 fundamental laws that govern the universe, quietly influencing everything around us and shaping our realities. These laws are like the hidden gears of a grand cosmic machine, connecting all life and weaving the fabric of our destinies. It's a profound journey to grasp the mysteries and practical impacts of these laws in our daily lives. Each of these laws is like a secret code that helps us understand how we're shaping our reality through our thoughts and actions. Scientists study them to understand the physical world, while mystics delve into their spiritual depths. The more we delve into these laws, the more we realize how they hold the keys to unlocking deeper truths about existence itself. One crucial aspect these laws reveal is the profound connection between our inner and outer worlds. When we gain mastery over our thoughts and emotions, we gain the ability to shape our external reality. This interconnectedness of mind, matter, and spirit opens up new realms of possibility and expands our understanding of what's achievable. Imagine having the power to consciously shape your destiny by aligning your imagination with your desired outcomes. It's like being the architect of your own life rather than a passive bystander. This sacred knowledge empowers us to use our creative abilities wisely and ethically, fostering compassion and unity among all living beings. As we unravel the veils of this cosmic magic, these 12 keys become tools for tapping into the limitless creative potential of each moment. They remind us that every breath is an opportunity to infuse our lives with wonder and purpose. With these insights, we step into a future brimming with possibilities, ready to leave our unique imprint on the unfolding tapestry of existence. Thank you for listening.